What's going on, everybody? I'm CJ. Welcome to the Cop Abroad match preview, where we're going to be dissecting and going over the quarterfinal of the Champions League, Liverpool versus PSG. Now, as from my thumbnail, you can tell, please, God, just don't let us get cooked. You know, that's what I'm fearing for most with this game. As we got a little bit of time to settle down from the defeat on Saturday against Manchester City, took a lot of reflection upon that game. I posted some things on X about the way we were just sliced open, cut open, how easy it was to play through the lines. Two passes, that's it, and they're in. I might even put the clip up over here to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but it's just so ridiculous. It's 3 passes, they're running out our back line, and it's just not good enough. Obviously lost that game 4-0, so our form going into this game is an absolute must win. Everybody is slot out right now, and honestly, I think he's gone. I think the writing's on the wall at this point anyways. Maybe a saving grace could be getting through this PSG tie, but I don't see it happening, and 2, even into the season, unless he went on a miracle run to win the Champions League, make Champions League. I mean, at that point, I guess it doesn't matter to win or to make top 5 because you're automatically bid in, but we're just shambolic right now, so that's just not gonna happen. PSG's flying. They demolished Chelsea in the last round, and their last game was at home against Toulouse. They ended up winning that game 3-1. So they're just feeling good, flying high. I don't see it anything else but a PSG romping. But let's hope that's not the way it ends up. Injuries. As far as I know, Liverpool, same injuries. Leone still out, Bradley still out. We did have Gomez back at the weekend. Isak did not make the bench. Like I said, you weren't going to play him, so why even put him on the bench? Because you wouldn't have brought him on to run around down 4-0 anyways. So, like I said, if there was extra time, you're not going to play him. Just rest him. Maybe he plays this game, maybe not. Hopefully he at least makes the bench. Who knows? Maybe we'll get 30 out of him. Maybe Slot decides, I'm going to start you. Do something different. I don't know. So let's just go into predicted 11s for both teams and see how they stack up. I mean, honestly, like on paper, our team is just not terrible. We got the names, but just the form, the fight, the will, everybody's struggling. Nobody's trying. Van Dijk came out in the presser after, said they gave up. So there's that. Fans are leaving. Fans are giving up. It's just, honestly, it's a catastrophe at this point right now, what's going on. So I don't know what to say. But again, Alisson's still out, so we got Marmadashvili still in goal. I'm also going to put these up here. I just can't see them right now. I'll do it after in the edit, so I'm going to have to look down here, but they are going to be up here so you guys can see them to make it a little bit easier. But I would say start Gomez again at right back. I know he did okay. He did okay against Doku, but on some of the tracking and running, nothing. Doesn't really offer anything going forward. But like I said, for me, just don't get battered. Don't get cooked. I would play 11 behind the ball in this game. Say score 1, 2. That's it. No more. But we know that's not how it's going to go. But Gomez at right back. Konate, again, center back partnership with VVD. And this game, like I said before, I'd go Robertson. A little more solidity, experience, away from home at Parc des Princes. That place is crazy with the ultras and everything. So you need to have a calm, level head. So I'd start Robertson out there. Midfield trio of Soboslai, Gravenberch, and McAllister, where I kind of run the diamond with the Verts in the 10, and then Salah and Ekitike up front. Like I said, you could start Isak if he's fit enough instead of Salah, but I just don't think that's going to happen. And I just would run the diamond because that 4-2-2, I know that's basically kind of a diamond, but we don't know how to do it. And we look so lost and out of it because Verts is just left, right, center, front, wherever. But then Gravenberch is like getting pulled back and filling in. And Jones and Soboslai were so far wide. You could drive a truck through the center of the pitch. It was insane. So it just doesn't work. So go back to a 4-3-3 with Verts as a false 9, I guess you could say. I don't know why we've never even tried that. Ekitike more on the left. But either way, I'm running that as like a diamond with the Verts at the top of the spear and Salah and Ekitike. I know we're not going to get any width going forward because Gomez and Robertson don't offer that. But, I mean, it's... Dude, we're trash. We're good. It's not good. Yeah, but moving on to PSG, their probable starting 11. We got Sofanov in goal. I don't know if that's how you say it. Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, and Hakimi. That is a very strong back line. Going to be tough. Obviously, Hakimi and Mendes, too, can just bomb forward and get up and down. In the midfield, so strong. You got Neves, Vitinha, and Zaire Emery. That's a pretty solid midfield as well. Neves and Vitinha just running that. And if they get the space that City did, they'll just be bopping us off the park. On the left-hand side, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele up front, and Doué on the right. Obviously, Carva and Doué could switch, rotate. They can play both sides. Dembele could go out wide or come short. They're so versatile. I mean, the only good thing is Barcola's injured, so that kind of is at least a plus. But other than that, yeah. But looking at it on paper, like, we're good enough to compete, but form-wise, not a chance to compete. So yeah, so those are my predicted 11s for both teams. And if we're just going off of recent form, I can't see anything less than a Liverpool defeat, unfortunately. I always try and back my team, and I always like to back my team. But at this point, I'm trying to say just keep it to a minimum. If we can get out of there with a 1-0 deficit or a draw, 1-1 draw, I would snap your hand off right now for a 1-1 draw, get it back to Anfield. Very similar to the last time we played them. We snatched it late, 1-0, Harvey Elliott. But obviously when they came back to Anfield, Dembele scored because I think it was Konate and Allison mix up, and then extra time penalties, and we lost in penalties. So honestly, just don't get cooked. But then I'm like, if we get cooked, Slot's gone maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I want because I also don't want that embarrassment. Again, it was so embarrassing on Saturday. It was rough. So that's not what I want. Speaking of that, though, Slot out. What do we all think about that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you guys Slot in, Slot out? New manager now, or would you wait till summer? Who would you bring in? Alonso? Would you bring in Gerrard right now for like an interim until the end and then bring in Alonso or somebody else? I saw some things, Areola from Bournemouth. I don't know. If we get rid of Slot, it has to be right, though. It has to be correct. You have got to get the right manager in because we can't spend another $300-400 million on players and have the wrong manager and go again and not make Champions League or get bounced from everything and just be setting ourselves back. You can't have that. Can't have that happening. So that's kind of where I'm at. I still have hope. I'm always going to have hope, even though this season has just been drab and tough. Terrible performance after terrible performance, but you always got to have hope. You always got to back your team. So I'm here. I'm going to support. I think, again, I don't know if anybody watched my first video, but I've been a Liverpool supporter since 2005, the Champions League final. Since then, but we went through a dark time after that. I mean, we were struggling, we'd win cups here and there, but it wasn't like we were fighting on all fronts like we've been for the last few years. And honestly, we had some downtimes under Klopp, but we were still fighting, we were still competing, and it was never as bad as those first 10 years that I really followed the club. I mean, that was a struggle. Ownership issues, talks of Gerrard leaving. And if you want to, this isn't a plug or anything because I'm not affiliated with anything, but I did watch the Gerrard, the Stevie G thing for Stick It to Football, I think is what it was. I forget what that podcast is called. One Football? I don't remember. But it was really good. Check it out. And he talks about the hard times with Rafa, Brendan Rodgers. So, I mean, what made the good times with Klopp was having to suffer all those years with Rodgers and Benitez. So, count ourselves lucky that we had Klopp and we were on a good run. And that's why I say the next manager is key. Has to be right, has to be done correct, because otherwise you can set yourself back and be in this loop again. Look at Arsenal before Arteta got there. Wenger on the back end. And even with Arteta, they struggled their first few years. So I don't know, but it has to be right. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, get in the comments. I appreciate the subscribers who did subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate the likes, the 2 likes. Hey, we're growing. Nearly 100 views. That's pretty cool. I'll take it. Again, I'm just trying to grow this community, give you guys my opinion. And so let me know yours down in the comments. Let's get active, share this, get it out there. Follow me on X, follow me on Instagram, The Cop Abroad on both. And yeah, I'll see you Wednesday, and hopefully I'm not breaking stuff. All right, guys, take care.